Hello, and welcome to Editing with Bernadette, a script writing tutorial for Pennant Audio's anthology series, Seminar. I shall now give you over to your hostess, Bernadette.
Hi, my name is Bernadette, and I'm the current script editor for the anthology series Seminar, put out by Pennant Productions, and I'm just going to take you through this tutorial and a few others to start learning how to properly format scripts. Alright, so here we go. The following is for prospective writers for Pennant Audio show Seminar. Numbering your lines. Numbering your lines for Seminar is really quite easy, though I would highly recommend that it be the last thing you do. Wait until after your script has been okayed to be moved into the production phase and then number them 1 through 999, or however many dialogue lines there are. These numbers are continuous. You do not need to number them by scenes, as the scenes are not numbered. Every dialogue line should have a number. And please remember that since most seminar scripts are 3 to 15 minutes, the chances of you reaching 999 lines are very slim. Numbering your dialogue is fairly simple. The numbers can be right next to the character name, or it can be to the right of it, or just above the character name. Examples. Here's one that's all the way to the right. Line number 25, Little Red. Hello, Mr. Wolf. Another example is it right next to the names. Look how in both of these instances the number is on the same line as the name. So here we have 25, period, Little Red. Hello, Mr. Wolf. And then the final way is where it's right above. So you can see you have 25, then Little Red under it, and then Hello, Mr. Wolf. There are several different issues that you may encounter while numbering your lines. One of them is, what do you do if your same character has one line after another with something in between? So say you have Little Red, line number 12. Yes, Mother, I promise not to stray from the path. Then you have the exterior forest later. Line number 13. See how there is no number in front of the scene change. And notice that the numbers are continuous from line 12 to line 13. And if you look directly next to Little Red on line 13, you will see CONT''D in a parentheses. And what that is that means it's continued. It means that it's the same character talking even though it's a different scene. So even if you have an SFX line where exterior forest is here, you're still going to have that continued right there next to Little Red because it is the same character. But they will be different numbered lines. Alright? So you've got 12. Yes, Mother, I promise not to stray from the path. Then the exterior forest later. And then the actress will record a separate line for number 13. What a dark and terrible forest. I hope I'm safe. Another example is, what if I just need someone to scream or sneeze? There are just times when you don't need anything said, you just need a sound from somebody. Well, it's quite simple. You have the line number 198 in this case, and I'm giving you the different numbering examples just so that you can see how it would be done. And you have Big Bad Wolf, sneezes, achoo! So, as you can see, you just put it in a parenthetical. You would put that sound, whether it be a scream, a sneeze, any other kind of, growl, whatever that somebody would need to do, you would put that in a parenthetical. What if all my characters are screaming? This does happen quite a bit, especially in sci-fi, horror, stuff like that. Well, if every character in that scene screams, all you're going to do is number your line and then put all. And in a parenthetical, scream, ah! You could be a little more specific with this. You could say screams, bloody murder, everybody screams. If it's only certain characters, you're going to put each character in that character line. So it would be like Little Red and Grandmother. And then beneath there, it would be scream. The line number would be the same because they both happen at the same time. Okay? Hope that makes sense. But if it's two different characters saying two different things, it's going to be line 612 followed by 613. But if they're all screaming or they're all doing the same thing, it can go ahead and be that 612. What if my character goes from young to old and back again? An example of this would be when somebody's telling a story. So in this case, you're going to have Old Maribel, line number 15. And see how I did the 0 here? A lot of times if your dialogue goes into like 100 or more, it's a lot easier to go ahead and put 015 when people start numbering their lines for their recordings, because that way it's not an accidental typo that should be line 115. So if it's going to go into triple digits, go ahead and put that 0 ahead of it. So here you have Old Maribel. I remember when I was 7. And then you have your transition here. You've got exterior playground 1957 day. Alright, so you have a time shift and all of that, so you know that you're going to go to a younger person, and you have sound effects of children playing. And here you see the number goes again from 015 to 016 with young Maribel. Be sure when you've got 2 or 3 different ages of somebody to differentiate them somehow, rather than putting Maribel, 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 and then hoping whoever's acting these out know who they are. So always differentiate between old, young, middle-aged, etc. Hey, Mom, look what I can do! Whee! And she does a cartwheel. And then you could see line 017, Old Maribel, VO. Now the VO means voiceover. That means that they're not necessarily going back to whatever era Old Maribel is in. It means that she's talking over the scene as it goes. So the ambient sound is not going to change of children playing in the park, but Maribel's voice is going to be the old one again, voicing over the scene. Oh, those were the days. So you could see how there are going to be different ways of numbering and different ways of differentiating between your characters. So just keep this in mind. Keep your voiceover in mind, because that is a very good, fun little trick. And have fun with it. Thank you so much for joining us, and please see our other tutorials. Don't forget to visit us at pendantaudio.com and have fun.